All right, boys and girls, here we are live again. This one will be reveal number. Did I get it right? What happened? Oh, there it is. Hi. Reveal number 755, 1961D, original machine wrapped roll. We're going to open this one up, see what we've got, and see how we can divvy out some treasure. Looking for some really good stuff here. 61D, well known for repunchment marks, not known for double dice. We're going to look at the reverse of the first 10 coins in this roll and see if we can maybe change that outlook. But I would certainly not even beckon to promise that to anyone. But I would sure hope that we could do something earth-shattering, moving, and different. We have been through over 775, almost, I would say almost 800 rolls at this point over the last 6 years. And we found a bunch of really good stuff. I don't know that we've really discovered much that was new. It was a 1948 double die reverse that we found that was new. But let's try anyway, right? Can't know without trying. 1961D, here is coin number 1. Coin number 1 in this roll shows us nothing in and around the mint mark, it appears. Not a doubled eyelid, and it appears not doubled anywhere else on the obverse. Let's check out the reverse here real quick and see what we find. And I don't see anything here either. So, first coin for IT. You can see I got my camera working again. After all that time of fiddling and fooling with it today, I finally decided, you know what, let me just delete the camera altogether and reinstall it. And would you know, it worked. So sometimes this stupid computer just loses its marbles, and I've got to go in and help it find its marbles. Here's a 61D. Let's see what else we can learn, if anything, on this one. Nothing on that one. Let's check the reverse. Big old black spot on that one. Bummer. Well, at least there's one good part about that black spot. It's on a normal coin. That one for Taco John. Yeah, no, the camera itself was fine. What wasn't fine was how OBS was reading it. OBS loses its brains once in a while and needs a reset. And oof, that one's got white stuff on it. Let's see if I can use a Q-tip and get this off. I don't know what that came from. Nope, it's pretty tough. Does not appear to be an RPM. Let's see. I do not know what that is. Yeah, Terminator is a documentary. It's correct. Absolutely. Coin number 4 now. Let's look for Dan McCumber. For Dan, what do we see? Well, got nothing here. There's more of that white stuff. Is that white or green? I think it's white, but it looks like it's that stuff there. Is that white or is it green? It looks almost like glue, but why would there be glue on these? That doesn't make any sense. I can't really tell you what it is. It's kind of powdery, but it stuck to the coin pretty well. Coin number 5 now. Coins and ghouls. Up for Adam. Let's see what we get. I really don't like it when we get 1961Ds and don't end up with RPMs because, well, you're just supposed to get RPMs with 1961D. Now, I will tell you, I've run into a lot more rolls. Hey, look at that die chip. It's a nice one there on the right base. I do get a lot more rolls from 1961D that don't have RPMs than 1960D. With only about half as many, even less than half as many different RPMs known, that would be understandable, I suppose. Hey, Russell. Good day to you, sir. Richard Sappington up next here. Let's see what Richard ends up with. Got nothing there. White to gray. I really don't have any idea what that is. Here's one for Mickey. Mickey, what do we get? I see nothing, Dr. Jones. Nothing. Dang it. Poetic. It has one of Mickey's hairs on it. The flip does. Let's see. Sergeant First Class. Now, what do we get for Sergeant First Class? Well, not an RPM. Nothing there. Let's see what we have on the reverse. Big old depression. That's what they call a depression right there. It's a big old sunken in area that's going to end up breaking out. But you can see this entire area right here is about to break out of this die. And it's got a little chip up here that has started to outline it. A little tiny crack right there. But the rest of this is just a depression. It's just moved a little tiny bit. Eventually all this is going to fall out and become a big giant die chip. Very, very commonplace for that to happen on the memorials, especially from the early 60s. It's just a part of the design that seems to have more weakness than other parts of the design. Coin number 9 now for Paul Hampton. Paul, let's see what we have. Well, not getting a lot of response out of this roll so far. Little tiny die chip there on the left corner of the building, on the left base. There's more of that white stuff, white gray stuff. Okay, so there's a big die chip on the base, big die cracks. Got cracks and chips and stuff all over the reverse on these. But no doubling. Coin number 10, Dirty Water. Dirty Water. Let's see here. Okay. Nothing on the mint mark area. So it looks like a milky fingerprint on this one. That had to have been by the person who wrapped the coins initially. Somebody fingering through the coins sitting in the hopper waiting to be wrapped into these wrappers. This was a nice tight wrapper, wrapped very well on both ends. No way anyone has been into this roll since it was wrapped initially, assuming 1961. Joe Cooper. I need to talk to Joe Cooper. I haven't seen from him in a while, and I'm starting to worry about him. That may not be fingerprint now that I'm considering. I've seen 3 of them now. I would highly doubt that in a hopper of coins getting ready to go through a machine that anyone would finger every single coin. Adam Connor. This one's got a little bit of cloudiness on it too. It's just a cloudy day for these coins. Nothing there. Nothing there. Move on to coin number 13. Let's see what we get for coin number 13. Carl. Carl up next. What does Carl get? Late die state. Mid to late die state coin. Some of that little bit of haziness on it. No doubling. Unfortunately. I've decided that I'm going to schedule 3 more reveals for tonight if I can get to them. I'll schedule them for tonight. If I get 1 or 2 of them done, at least we tried. If we get all 3 of them done, that'll be a good thing. Hello, Pat. Good afternoon to you. We had points that we didn't finish up last time we spoke, and I think it was that you were going to register. And I don't know that I ever saw an email from you. Did you send one or not? I think we had an unfinished conversation. That's all I remember. I remember your name, and I remember the conversation slightly. Not very well. Let me check real quick, just to give me a thinker here. I want to be sure that we get a chance to discuss this if I have not seen. I do. You are registered. You are registered. I've got you in here. Let me go ahead and make you a blue name. There we go. I've got you in here with a blue name now. All right, I'll get your information added as soon as the reveal is over. Joe Cooper again. Coin number 15. This is not a lucky roll, unfortunately. It's an original bankroll. It's a little spotty here and there. It does have all the same dies running through it, but the problem is all the same dies in this particular case means that they're all going to turn out to be normal coins if it continues this way. Hey, Farm Dog. Another one for Adam Connor. Let's see what we run into here. Checking for everything I can imagine. Nothing on the mint mark or date on this coin. So, if we were to say we're going to continue minting Lincoln cents until the end of the earth, this particular year's coins holds a very special distinction. That this will be the only and last final year of Lincoln cents on which the... Oh, look at that. There's an RPM. Stop me dead in my tracks. That's a nice one, too. Pretty nice double split serif RPM. That one's for a sissy. But this is the only and final year on which the year date on the coin reads exactly the same, right side up and upside down, until the year 6009. The year 6009. Could you imagine a complete set of Lincoln cents at that point? What would the 09 SVDB be worth in a nice red uncirculated? It's around $7,500 now. $5,000, $7,500. That's a nice RPM right there for sissy. Yeah, we would be talking about $1 million coin because, well, $1 million might buy a jug of milk about that time. Considering our current rate of inflation, it would take over $1 million to buy a jug of milk in the year 6009. Of course, I would certainly hope that we're not using money anymore at that point. But, yeah. So we have a distinction with the 1961 Lincoln cent in that it is probably the only year minted where the date will read the same right side up and upside down. And you can not only flip it around this way, upside down, to read it, but it's also, if you take the digits themselves and just flip the digits right upside down, just like you're doing a coin turn, it's also still the same. Well, no, actually it wouldn't be. Then it would be 1691. Never mind. Never mind. Chucky didn't think all the way through on that one. All right, here's one for Carl. Now we're finally at a point today where I need not tell you exactly who they're for because, well, you can see it yourself right there on the screen. The camera that was supposed to be working during the last reveal that was not, but is now, and will be tonight before I start another show. Coin number 21. This one for Malcolm. Let me get this straightened out in here because that just doesn't look the most highly of professionals. There we go. Get that straightened out in there. All right, this one for Malcolm. Let's see if we can get him an RPM. Not an RPM. Pat, we will be having the reveal show on Monday. We will also be having an auction on Tuesday. You are automatically registered for both or either. And once you register, which you already are now, you never need register again. The only thing I would ask is that if you should decide to move or change your email address, I'd like to know. That way we can be sure to keep your information up to date in our system. Secured system with Google, that is. One that other people cannot get into. Geez, I have it bottled down so well. I didn't even think about it. I've got it bottled down so well. My system of names and email addresses and usernames and all that sort of thing. Even Mickey and Eric Cannot get into that. That looks like an RPM right there. I'm going to say it could be. That could also be a die gouge. So it's actually looking a little more like a die gouge than an RPM. But I'm gonna forward this on to Eric and let him take a good look at it. But that one goes to Shiny Coin Guy. Sergeant First Class said a complete set of Lincolns by 6009 will be heavy. You think? Heck, a complete set now can be a little on the hefty side. Ask me. Of course, my complete set includes all possible die varieties, all the known ones, and I've only got half of those. Here's another one of our RPMs. This one goes to Doug Arizak. It's a nice one. Very, very nice, I do say. And this one has another. It's this blotching. It's strange. It looks kind of like it could be fingerprints, but it's on half the coins. I don't understand why that would be. This roll's never been opened. Carl? Oh, I just realized I put that in the wrong pile. There we go. Get it set straight. Carl up next, coin number 25. Halfway through the roll, let's see if we get anything good for Carl. And no. Somebody's running a lawnmower in the neighborhood. I guess it's becoming that time of year again. We have Bermuda grass here, and we're in a rather north area for Bermuda grass. And here it gets cold enough in the wintertime to snow a few times. And we don't really start climbing out of the cooler temperatures until mid-March, which is right around now. And our growing season, real growing season, doesn't get started until late March. So sometimes we can get away with not mowing the grass until around the 1st of April. And sometimes we end up March 10th out there mowing the grass. Well, this year we're right around normal. Right around normal, I'd say. It's the 22nd of March today. About normal to start mowing grass. Oh boy. Well, phooey. Ran into a couple of RPMs here, and now we're not seeing anything again. Stan Horn. Change our luck. Well, maybe not with this coin. Maybe we'll have to wait for another coin. My dog is laying in my chair, asleep, and I can hear him breathing, but he's not snoring. That is rarity right there. That's rarity. There's another one of our RPMs. Bam, nice. Double split serif, upper and lower. This one's for Tago John. There we go. Now for Otis. Well, I hear a different mower going. That's a hint to Chuck. Get out there and mow your grass. Get that growing season started right. I might just do that this afternoon. What is it? 4:30. We still got 2.5 hours of daylight. Orig up next, coin number 31. There's another one. Another one of our Rip'ems. Nice one. Nice, nice, nice for Orig. That's not... Okay, that is a black spot on the temple, but that's not black around the ear. That is actually struck through grease. Impactful. $31. Now coin number 32. Coins and ghouls. Get another one. And actually, I'm seeing this little thing here off to the east. That little thing right there may be something. It may just be a little tiny gouge, but it may also be part of another D. We'll have to get a good look at it. But you've got double split serifs there. Nice. Nice coin. Coin number 33 now for Mickey. And another normal one. Normal. Coin number 34. This one for Orig. And Orig also gets a normal coin, just like Mickey did there. So that isn't going to help us. Coin number 35. Roger Borland. Roger. That's an interesting pattern on this coin. A very interesting pattern. That's a planchet thing, isn't it? Is that what I'm seeing that looks like fingerprints on a lot of these coins? That's just a very unusual pattern. Like that. One for Roger. I can't see that with my eyeballs. I got to use magnification to see that, but it looks cool. Sissy. Sissy up next. And Sissy also gets one of the normal coins. Unless we happen to have that hook listed as an RPM. I'm leaning away from it being an RPM, though. I just don't see how that represents a D. But if it's listed and if Eric wants to see, then Eric can see. I don't mind being wrong, especially when being wrong means something good for other people. I'm a martyr in that way. I will eat crow as long as eating crow tastes good. Let's see, next up, Dirty Water, coin number 38. See what we get there. Another one of the RPMs. And see, there's that little dog ear looking thing down there on the southeastern corner of the mint mark, lower right corner. All right, another one of our RPMs. This one for Dirty Water. Coin number 39 for Sissy. There's another one. Another one. This one for Sissy. That works. Coin number 40 now. Mohawk Joe. Mohawk Joe. A normal coin. Take the good, you take the bad. Next up, number 41, DC. Another one of the RPMs right there. It's a little clouded up by some staining on the coin, but it's definitely there. Now, number 42, Mr. Borland again. Nope. Nothing do I see there. Let's try coin number 43. Shiny coin guy. Nopes again. No. Number 44. Mark. This one turned out to be little stripes running across the coin. Nothing like a little bit of a Woody once in a while. Coin number 45. This one is for Paul Hampton. And Paul Hampton, another normal coin. So that one coin, number 23, that had that weird looking little horn on its eastern side. I've not seen another one like that in this roll. So either I've missed other ones, or this one is alone. Paul again here. Did I just do that? No, I didn't. It's Paul Dirty Water and then back to Paul. Okay. Here we go. Not another. Hey, Roy. Mr. Wheeler stops in for a visit. We're going to be doing more reveals starting around 8 p.m. tonight. A few other things to take care of between now and then. Indigenous Treasures. Bethlehem. Normal coin here. Okay. All the way down to number 49. 49 now, Mark again. And Mark this time. Well, another normal coin. There's some more of that white stuff. I do not know what that is. I'm thinking it came from the machine. Like friction wheel type stuff. Because it's where it's caked onto a few of these coins, it seems to be caked on in such a fashion that it looks like it was moving. See, right to left there. So it caked up against the right sides of these letters. And it's definitely got something to do with it. Last coin in the roll, this was on the end of the roll, and it's got more of that white stuff. So it'll be a learning tool for me to figure out what that is. All right, here they are. The RPMs in this roll, all of them the same one. Wait, here we go. Sissy, Doug, Taco, Sureg, Coins and Ghouls, Dirty Water, Sissy, and DC. And then the one oddball is this one for Shiny Coin Guy. Not really exactly sure what that is yet, but we will get it figured out. And that is all I have for now. You guys have a great dinner, and I'll see you after dinner. Supper, dinner, whatever you want to call it. All right, have a good one. I'll see you later.